and welcome back. If you're new, then hi, nice to meet you, and if you are returning, then thank you very much. Hope you are all well. This is going to be a kind of what I bought in July. I know we're now in August. What I bought in July slash a haul video, because I realised in July I got a bit fucking spendy. Sorry, got my coffee here as usual and a fucking biscuit. I realised I spent quite a lot of money in July, and that's not me bragging, not fucking at all. Actually, there's been a lot of things that I've not spent money on. We would go out to eat quite a lot, we would book holidays, etc., which I found myself to have a little bit more expendable income, which I'm very, very lucky for. I have donated to charities as well before anybody comes at me being like, "Fucking sitting there with all your money buying all your shit." I work really fucking hard, okay? I don't have to justify it. But this is going to be kind of what I picked up in July, how I picked it up, why I picked it up, a little bit of a chat, and a haul that I done from Look Fantastic just last week. So technically July, but it's probably going to be things that I'm using throughout August, and I'll let you know how I get on with them because I've not tried anything out the box yet. So if you're into that kind of thing, you think like that's the kind of thing you'd like to watch, you like watching hauls that aren't all PR, then keep watching. As I said, chocolate biscuit. I love dunking my biscuits in the tea. Does anybody else like doing that? Is it just me? I know some people are really grossed out by it. I fucking love a soggy biscuit. Right, so what did I pick up in July? First of all, I'm just going to say this because I won it. Sorry, I've got a wee bag here. Actually, side note. You know how I love a side note. This was the only thing that I've been into a shop for, other than the fucking supermarket and things like that, obviously. But I won a prize on Instagram. You know how people put things up? I done a giveaway on Instagram not that long ago. People put things up and they'll be like, comment below, blah, 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 you might win. I've actually won a couple of them, amazingly. So one was from the Body Shop, specifically the Body Shop in Glasgow in Sauchiehall Street. And it was ran through One Events or For One Events or something. I don't know. I'll link everything down below, I can't remember. But when I messaged them to be like, no way, like that's amazing, I've won this. They were like, yeah, you just have to go into the shop and pick up your prize. And I was like, what? I get it. I think they're trying to get people back into stores and things, and I understand that kind of thing. But I was very anxious and I just thought, what the fuck? Can you not just like post me it? Or, oh God, I don't like it. Anyway, I ended up going into town and meeting my friend Chris for, well, tell a lie. Went into town, met Chris, came back to the south side and had a socially distanced coffee in the park. Because I thought that was a safer option. Because I really didn't want to be in town, and town was really, really busy, and I was like, oh no, loads of people just bustling about, and it's busy anyway, but at the moment I'm really anxious about that, and I don't, even Alan said, we went to the supermarket yesterday and he was like, you are not good in shops. And I was like, I've not been good at all through any of this. So being in shops and people are bustling about, especially ones who don't have masks on, get the fuck out of my way. I know that, like, I work with patients, they don't wear masks all the time. I get it, but I just think, like, some people are just arrogant about it, and other people, it's like, they don't wear them for a good reason, or, although I would find it hard to find one, or, you know, they just, like, they forgot their mask. I have done that on occasion. We went to the supermarket and I was like, oh fuck, didn't bring masks. So therefore I've had to just let Alan go in by himself, which is fine by me. Anyway, good side note. So I had to go into town and get this out of the actual store, and I have opened it. So it's kind of half open here. So I won this, which is quite exciting, but then I picked a couple of bits up while I was in there, but it's the only, I've went really bleached, haven't I? That's a little better. It's the only thing that the only time I've been inside of a shop. And actually the Body Shop itself, the people in Sauchiehall Street, they were fabulous. They're so lovely. Kept their distance. I think the girl could tell I was a bit anxious because I was asking her about body scrubs and stuff, and I was like, oh, and I think she could tell, and they were very, very good, very, very pleasant. And when my friend Chris was with me there as well, the chap that was talking to him in the Body Shop, love the Body Shop, and especially the Body Shop Sauchiehall Street. Go and follow them on Instagram, go and see them, lovely people. So I won this worth, what does that say, £21? I thought it was 22. £21, so that was good. Now it's juicy strawberry. I can't say strawberry is my favourite scent, but it is Alan's. So I got in this, one of these little shower puffs, which I actually really quite like these. They don't last forever. I don't know what the environment kind of thing is on these, if I'm honest with you, but I would like to, are these environmentally friendly? I would imagine if the Body Shop are doing them, You would like to think they are, but I do quite like these, and this is like a little mini one. So I might put that in my travel box for whenever we get to fucking travel again. As I said, fucking summer the now, and it is raining harder than I have ever fucking, well, not ever seen in my puff, but it's standard Scottish fare. It also has in it a strawberry body yogurt, 100% vegan. I just like to throw that in there, not because I'm vegan, but so people know. And this is more like, it looks like a kind of jelly consistency rather than their body butters that are much more cream. It's super duper strawberry scented. I'll certainly use it up. If I don't, I might pass it on to somebody or put it in somebody's little gift. Sometimes I like putting little gift bags together just for pals because I'm fucking nice like that. So I might even keep it for that. I also got in it a little Body Shop strawberry soap with strawberry juice. Again, might be something. So it's very important to wash your hands just now. I don't dispute that. Soap can harbour quite a lot of germs on the surface of it though, so I don't really like I like to have soap in a pump, even if I'm refilling that pump. I don't tend to use a bar of soap, but what I might do is keep this in the shower solely for the purpose of using it on my body or Alan's body, and I don't really mind sharing that kind of shit with him. His bits and my bits have been together enough that I'm not particularly concerned if I'm using it on myself and he's got any bacteria that I might get. Sorry, that was far too much. Too much info right there. But what I would say is highly perfumed things like this, don't use it on your lady parts. Don't use it on that area. Probably gonna give you a little bit of an irritation. And I'm not against fragrance. I've spoken about this before. I think it's very a personal choice, and if you want to use it, good, and if you don't, fine. Lastly, I got a little Body Shop strawberry hand cream, which I will most definitely use. It's actually sealed, so I'm not going to open it, just in case. Again, I fancy gifting it to someone. So I thought that was really nice. I won a little prize, thought that was lovely. And then, because you're in the shop, you're in the Body Shop, you've not been out shopping for fucking months, you kind of were like, oh, what else could I buy while I was in here? So, oh god, I forgot this came in it as well. Sorry, I just realised that fell out the bag there. It's also the strawberry shower gel, which I know for a fact Alan will be thrilled to use because he loves strawberry things and he loves the shower gel. So he will definitely use that. That will go in our shower. So as I was saying, when I was in the shop, I was quite excited, inclined. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was eager to get a wee body scrub. I really like Soap and Glory breakfast scrub. I think I've mentioned it on this channel loads before, but generally things like hauls like this or unboxings or empties I do over on my IGTV on Instagram instead. And I'm sure I've mentioned in my empties before the Soap and Glory body scrub, the breakfast scrub. It's my favourite. But because I was in the Body Shop and I thought I need one, I've used mine up, what will I pick up? I picked up these. Now they had 3 different kinds of body scrubs, I would say, the girl was telling me about. One is just their sugar scrub, one is their exfoliating gel body scrub, which I'll need to, I'm not sure, like, I know what the difference is and I don't. Does that make sense? And then they had more of like a, it looked to me like a St. Ives type old school scrub, like in a bit of a more cream with bits in it rather than a sugar scrub. I think they might have even had another one, maybe just 3, but potentially 4. So this is the mango one. As you can see, I've already been using this. It's almost done, in fact. I picked all this stuff up, must have been about 2 weeks ago. And I do quite like a sugar scrub. It's probably the first option I would go to. I find sugar scrubs are a little gentler than others. The one that comes from Lush, is it their sea salt one? I think that's brutal. I think that that's straight up glass in a liquid. It's too much. I don't like it. So this isn't quite as bad. Has a lovely mango scent. Yes, if you're not into scent, by all means give it a miss, but I quite like it, and it's something you would be washing off of your skin as well if you are concerned about it being a fragrance product. If you are concerned about fragrance in general but would like to have some sort of fragrance incorporated into your either skincare routine or body washing routine, then wash off products are probably a better option for you. Again, I am not an expert on skincare, never ever claimed to be. I'm just an enthusiast, but I know there's a lot of people who are really worried about fragrance. That's up to you. And all I'm saying is, if you do want to have something that smells nice but you still don't want it to sit on your skin, this might be an option. Excuse me. I feel I'm talking really fast today, so my mouth is getting really dry. What could I say? The formulation that this is in, so it's got like little sugar scrubs, but the actual stuff that it's in is really, really nice. It feels really nice. I'm just having a check of the, it's more like an oil based, which I can understand because when I've been using this in the shower, it is one where you like get all scrubby and stuff, but then your skin does that thing where it's like oil and water. You can see the droplets are just rinsing over your skin. And after speaking to the lovely girl in the Body Shop, I then decided I would try one of these ones. So these are their exfoliating gel body scrubs, and this one has a base of water and then glycerin in its first kind of ingredients list. Also, I don't want to claim that like if anything is past, you know, ingredient number 5 on the list, then it's pointless. It's not. The reason why there's lots of ingredients in things a lot of the time, they have good reason to be there. That's what I'm trying to say. So if something's even like, you know, halfway down the list or second from the last from the list, it doesn't mean to say that it's shit. I'm just meaning that if they are claiming, you know, this has hyaluronic acid and it's like last on the list, it makes me question like, you know, what is the point? That's your advertising, but it's like so low down. Whereas I'm not saying that because glycerin is the first thing on this, it does mean it'll probably be one of the higher things that are in it, but I'm not saying just because that's in it, it makes it a wonder product. I'm just saying I'm happy to see that higher up on the list because it is a humectant and there's water in it as well. You will rinse this off though, so how useful that will be to you, I don't know. So this is the Wild Rose one, and as you all know, I quite like a rose scent, but it is fairly strong. Again, I don't think this is the most artificial rose scent I've ever smelled. I think it's quite nice actually. And again, if you're worried about fragrance, at least it will wash off. If I can show you here what the texture is, it's like a jelly. Obviously it is a gel and there are tiny little bits in it. Can you see that there? So I'm not sure how this is going to work as an actual scrub on the body, but I think that it probably won't be as abrasive as the sugar one, if I'm honest with you. I just have this feeling that it might not be, but I keep burping because I've drank that coffee too fast. I'm really sorry. I have a feeling that this will not be as effective or abrasive as the sugar one, but again, if a sugar scrub is too much for you, then maybe you'd want to look into something like this. Now, because I had picked these both up and was spending over £20, was it? I think they were, how much were these each? I'll link. You alright, Molly? She sits in the living room and meows as if, I'm on my own. And then you shout her and she doesn't come. Come on then, what are you waiting on? Honestly, ridiculous. Are you okay? Yeah, that's good. Settle yourself down a little. Going on the bed, your sister's up there. Calm down. Anyway, so because I was buying both of these and they were over £20, so let's just say they were £12 each. Over £20, I got a free shower gel. And because I knew the strawberry shower gel was coming in the free gift that I'd won, free parcel I was going to say there, in the free gift, I was like, well, that's Alan sorted because he loves the strawberry shower gel. I wanted to pick something up for myself, so I picked this one up. This is the Body Shop coconut. They have they obviously have loads of coconut range, strawberry range, whatever, mango. And I have to say this is a real fruity coconut scent, like a holiday coconut scent, to be honest with you. But this has been, as I say, probably picked this up about 2 weeks ago, and this has been our shower, and it's me and Alan that have been using it, and we've used quite a fair amount. He's been enjoying it as well. We'll get through this, then we'll pop the strawberry one in, or either I'll pop the strawberry one in now and he will stop using mine. Anyway, so what I was saying about this one being like a kind of oil coating, I went on to like cleanse my skin with this one after. But that is all the things I picked up from the Body Shop. And now I'm going to move on to this. Oh, I hope my address wasn't in that there. No, we're alright. We're good, we're good. Now we're going to move on to Look Fantastic, which is a website that I have not shopped on, I want to say, for at least 10 years. Like, I haven't been on Look Fantastic for a very long time. So when I went on, why did I go on again? Oh, yes, I remember. Sorry, absolute brain melt there. I went on because I use retinol. And I use retinol currently from The Ordinary, and I have tried some from La Roche-Posay as well. But obviously I know you can get higher strength retinols, like proper grown up retinols, if you want. And if you were to go to a dermatologist, you'll be able to get prescription retinols, and in the US you can maybe even buy them. And I kind of thought, okay, I've really enjoyed using the ones from The Ordinary. I have no like qualms about that at all, but I want to try something that's like a little bit more hardcore. So I went on, I had a good old look at Miss Hiron's, Carolyn Hiron's. She's got masses of stuff about retinol. I didn't want to try the Drunk Elephant one. One, because I'm not like that enamoured with the brand. I have liked quite a few products that I've tried from them, but they just kind of annoy me sometimes. Secondly, I think they're very, very overpriced. But I went on and I had a wee look, and I noticed that Medicate is one that she kind of recommends quite a lot, but she says Medicate was quite good. So that's where it was. It was on Look Fantastic. Either that or you buy straight from the brand, and I thought, well, I'm not ordering just one thing. Let's see what Look Fantastic have got. And then when I went on, I was like, oh my god, they've got so much stuff now. So that is where this came from. That was a really long fucking way to tell you that's why I'd put this order in. Let's get started. I picked up the Medicate Retinol. This is the 3TR Intense. I don't know why it's called TR. Is it because it's tretinoin instead of... No. Time Release Technology. That's why it's called TRT. So 3 time release intense. This is the intense one. You can just get a 3TR as well. There are lots of different strength retinols and even more expensive ones in this. This is kind of like, there's tiers of retinol, and they've got their first tier, then they've got their second tier, then they've got like a third tier, then they've got like elite tier that are really, really expensive. I went for second tier because I thought, I've tried retinol before. It's not my first rodeo, but also I'm not ready to pay an inordinate amount of money for something that I don't know is going to work. So I went for this one, and I did go for the lowest strength of this one. Again, I was a bit like, oh, should I maybe go mid-range strength? But because I'd not tried it, I didn't want to pick up the low, the mid-range, and then my face was just peeled off. So it comes in one of these little pipette bottles. It is only a 15ml. It's very small, very, very itty bitty small. And it's relatively expensive, but as I said, I'm kind of treating myself. It's my treat to me. I work really hard, and I thought, I want my first ever grown-up retinol. You know, nearly 34. Gotta be looking after the skin. Let's give this one a go. So that's why I picked that up. And then, while I was on the site, as I said, noticed loads of stuff that they had that I thought, I've wanted to try that for ages. This was something that I'd seen on Yes Style, and it's from a brand called Cosrx. I can't say it. As I say, everything will be linked down below. You've maybe heard of it. And this is, again, like more Korean beauty type brand. And this, it's all, I don't know if it's Mandarin or Cantonese, but it's all in a different language that I can certainly not make head nor tail of, but it is on English on the site as well. And this is sunscreen. It has an SPF of 50, and I believe it is a chemical sunscreen, is it? Wait till I have a look. Sorry, I just had to go and check that there, because I was under the illusion that, or under the impression, not the illusion, that this was a chemical sunscreen, but there is actually ingredients in it as well which could classify it as a physical as well. But I just had heard a lot of good things about it. I'd read a lot of good things about the brand. I don't know if they're vegan and cruelty free. I would have to get back to you on that one. Let me just double check. Let's ask Google, why not? Okay, so the Ethical Bunny says that they are. It says that they have concluded that Cosrx is in fact a cruelty free brand and had been added to their database of cruelty free brands. Interesting. So that's all I know. That's what the Google is telling me. That's what the cruelty free bunny is telling me. But again, do your research. Make sure you know. There's nothing on this to suggest that they are cruelty free. Like, there's not any signs and signals to say they are. Anyway, sunscreen, thought it would be a great idea. You need SPF of 50 on your face regardless, but this weather is making me think, why have I bought sunscreen? I then picked up this from Ameliorate, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Again, another skincare brand that I'd heard a lot about a good few years ago, like looked into them and then never picked them up because I didn't really see anybody speaking about them. But when I seen this brand on Look Fantastic, I thought, I was interested in them a little while ago, I'm going to look into it. So this is a smoothing body exfoliant. So this is basically like an alpha hydroxy acid for the body, which I find quite interesting. It's for bumpy skin, very dry skin, rough skin, and ingrowing hairs. Bing, bing, bing. That's my alarm bell to say that's why I picked it up. So I believe this has lactic acid in it. Is it lactic acid? Yeah, lactic acid. So it has microdermabrasion granules and lactic acid. And what it says to do is, so if you've got like that funny chicken skin on the back of your arms, mine isn't terrible, it's okay, but pre-shaving or pre-waxing or anything like that, ladies, you know, maybe you don't know, maybe you keep it furry like me sometimes, but I don't always keep it furry. It's just the matter of I've not been going anywhere so I haven't waxed my arms in a while. But if you keep it furry, maybe you don't know, but certainly if you are waxing, if you're doing anything like that, you can get ingrown hairs. And I thought this seems quite an interesting product. I'd like to try it. So it says you're to put it on, and then you use it 2 to 3 times weekly, massage onto dry skin before showering or bathing, leave on the skin for a few minutes to ensure the product works to its optimal before rinsing off. So it's a bit like the Ordinary's peel solution in a body exfoliant. So that'll be interesting. I will keep you posted on how I get on with that. I then picked up 2 products from Lumene. Now, Lumene, I have a cleansing oil from Lumene, and when I went to Finland, so we got the boat to Finland from Estonia. You can go over like the ferry. When we went to Finland, in their duty-free section, Lumene was everywhere. Now I have seen Michaela McDade over at Miss Budget Beauty speak about this, and that's why I picked it up. I've seen the odd smaller YouTuber start to speak about them, and I think that is because in PR they started to send out a few bits and bobs to people to get the brand maybe a bit more well known in the UK, but obviously they are available and look fantastic. So I picked up the Fresh Skin Tint, Instant Glow Fresh Skin Tint. Miss Budget Beauty, she used this. I've actually not taken the sealant off this yet, and she says it's like a skin tint. She says it's got this really weird feeling that it's like a cooling sensation on the skin as well. I might even use this for my get ready with me in a minute, but I was very intrigued by Michaela's reviews of this, and she says it's really good. About £30, so it's not cheap, but equally I have paid £30 for a foundation before, so we'll see. It's meant to be more of a kind of skin treatment as well. It's not just for a foundation, it's supposed to have skin properties. So I'll look into that when I use it. Something I was interested in. I'll keep you posted. And as I say, because I had seen so much about Lumene, I decided to pick up one of their moisturizers as well. So this is 24-hour replenishing balm. Sorry, I felt I was getting really croaky there. Replenishing balm for normal to dry skin, contains Nordic birch sap, hyaluronic acid, and Arctic spring water. I think the Arctic spring water is the thing they're kind of, we're from Finland and ooh, Scandinavian, blah blah blah. Like, I think that's what they're trying to say. Like, it's all very Nordic and ooh. Putting spring water in your face is going to be so much better than using good old Scottish tap water. I don't know, but it drew me in. I'm not going to lie. I kind of was a bit of a sucker for it. I thought that the ingredients didn't look too bad either. I will see how I go with it. Again, not even opened it yet. You know, I got all this stuff in the post 2 days ago and have refrained from opening it. That is pretty good for me. There's a mild scent to it. Oh, it seems a really nice thick and a little, maybe a little silicone-y. Oh, it smells really fresh, like cut grass or something. So I'm not going to totally open this just now because I've still got a few things that I'm using at night, but once I've used them up, I will definitely start giving this a go, because I think this is going to be more of a nighttime or through to winter kind of one. How long does it last for? 12 months, plenty time, plenty time. I've got my big mug today because it just felt like a day I needed a really big coffee. A big coffee. I say that like I drink 1 coffee a day. I probably drink about 4. Not always full fat though. Sometimes I'll do like decaf, especially at night. Okay, where am I going next? Let's talk about CeraVe because I spoke about them so much. In my most recent moisturising video, at this point of filming, It will go up this weekend, but this video will probably come out the week after. So, if you've checked that out, pop up here, go and see it. Moisturising video. I'd said that I hadn't found a body moisturiser yet that I was like, you know, a skincare body moisturiser. Not one that was like the Body Shop body butter that smells really nice. So I thought I would pick up a proper, slightly pharmaceutical, slightly skincare type brand for my body. So this is the moisturising cream for dry to very dry skin. It also, let me have a little look. Looks good. Looks like it's got quite nice, no fragrance obviously. Looks like it's got quite nice ingredients in it, ones that I will like. Is actually, sorry, I'm doing it on the back of my arm. Actually very, very nice. Sometimes I get a little concerned that things are going to be a little greasy, which I don't hate. Sometimes having dry skin, I quite like something that's going to be almost a little bit kind of Vaseline-y or a little bit heavier. But actually that sinks in really, really nice. So this is going to be my new body moisturiser, and I'll keep you posted. That along with the exfoliant, I'm going to be like smooth baby's bum. So we'll see how I go with that. I then picked up these. You've all seen this a million times. I don't think I need to go into anything about it. This is a slightly smaller size, but the reason I picked them up is because it came as part of a set. Like if you bought them both together, you got a slightly, like you got money off them. So I picked them up as part of the set, and this will always be used. I will never not use this, so that I'm not even going into it. You know I love it. There's no point in me telling you about it. I love it. But I thought I would try the facial moisturising lotion for normal to dry skin. This is an SPF 25, which I would like it to be a little higher, and I have seen that CeraVe do higher SPFs, so I didn't know why, you know, and even in Boots and things that sell CeraVe, I can't see the higher one in any of the kind of known shops here in the UK. And obviously this is from Look Fantastic, which you can get different stuff like the quartz stuff from Cosrx, I don't know, sorry. You can get lots of different types online, but I don't know why the higher SPFs aren't available here yet. I don't know why. It looks like a very thick and heavy, so this probably definitely is a physical sunscreen, because I can see this one having a slight white cast. Again, I spoke about this in my sunscreen video. In relation to Rihanna and her latest, no fragrance, no nothing like that. And actually once rubbed in, the cast is quite minimal, but I have very fair skin, so that might not be the case with someone who's got darker skin than me. But that feels nice. I like the feeling of that. So, another one. I reckon because these have to be used up in 12 months, I'm going to have a lot of sunscreen to get through. Yeah, on the topic of Rihanna, she's brought out a sunscreen that is a kind of chemical based sunscreen, and I presume that is because the whole ethos of Fenty Beauty is that people of colour, the inclusivity of all people as humans, like not just to do with skin tone, like everything, they just accept everybody. That's the kind of ethos and branding that they're going with, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But what I would have liked to have seen, I don't know, like what brand is it again, Kendo, that are backing it. So they are the ones, like, you know, you get umbrella companies. Kendo, is it Kendo? I'll have to double check that. If it's wrong, I'll put it below. Kendo are the ones that are like making the formulations. Rihanna checks it. Rihanna's in charge of Fenty Beauty. She says whether she likes it. She signs off on it and says, yeah, grand, thanks Kendo. Let's do business. And she sells it. And I think the reason she's probably said that as a chemical sunscreen is because with people of colour being so inaugurated into the company, she wants it to be something that a sunscreen that's not going to cause a white cast on people with different coloured skin tones. And I respect that. What I would have more respect for though, not in Rihanna herself, just as a general consensus, would be if we could try and formulate a physical sunscreen that doesn't cause the white cast or has, I don't know, a tint to it. Oh, a very big lorry outside there. Oh my god. Yeah, if we could see somebody formulate something like, use the money towards science to include people so that they can buy any sunscreen rather than just chemical ones, or, you know, I that's my opinion on it. I'm not going to say anything else about Fenty Skin. I don't think I need to there's plenty of very, very famous YouTubers who've already discussed that topic. Okay, now I picked up a few beauty bits and one hair bit. Actual beauty stuff, oh my god. Okay, so I picked this up. This is Burnt Peach from Bleach London. The reason I picked this up is because I tried their Tangerine Dream and I loved it. I thought it was great on my hair. But at the moment my hair's, it's not as bright. This is the kind of washout from the Tangerine Dream. I do like it, but I wanted to get something that was maybe more of a copper as we go back into what looks like more winter months. And this one, I don't know if you can see it there, probably looks like it might do it. So this is the Burnt Peach. I'll give that a bash, we'll see how we go. I also picked up the Burt's Bees All Aglow Stick because it looks like Boots have stopped doing it. And I saw it was still on Amazon, I could pick it up there. But I was most upset because I thought, oh no, don't tell me Boots have got rid of it, because I get my points on it in Boots as well. So I decided, because it was online on Look Fantastic, I would pick it up because this is one I don't think I'd ever want to live without. It's my favourite, absolute favourite. So I actually almost put 2 in the basket. That's how much I like it, because I thought I want to have a backup, but was sensible and just thought, no, pick up one. Pick up one just now, we'll see how we go. And then I picked up a classic, I say that, but I have never actually owned this. It is NARS Laguna. This is actually meant to be a mini size, so that's why I picked it up, because it was a good price. And I was like, well, try before you buy, you know? But it's in the slightly new packaging, the newer packaging with the, like, bronze writing. And this is a mini size and I think it's huge. So that's it there. So this is a miniature and I'm like, that's almost as big as my head. Like, for me, that's a decent sized bronzer. So if that's the mini, I'm there for it. I'll take that at the cheaper price, because this will probably most definitely only last me as long. What's the date on these? Blah, blah, blah. 24 months, 2 years. There's no way I'll get through that in 2 years. The only time I put bronzer on is when it's sunny. Doesn't happen much in Scotland. Or if I go on a holiday, a hot holiday. So I thought, I'd always kind of wanted to try it. It's always been in the back of my mind. I've never actually went full out and purchased one. But if I can buy it in a miniature size, and that's the miniature, it's huge. Absolutely. That big truck's outside again. It's as if he's just went and done a 3-point turn in the street, but the sheer size of him, there's no way he'd be doing a 3-point turn in my street. Absolutely no way. If you hear the roar of him moving. There we go. It's going to look really stupid if you didn't hear that now, but anyway. And lastly, I picked this up. This is not a new palette by any means. When this palette came out, I remember, when did the Born to Run palette come out? Last year? Maybe the year before? When the palette launched, I seen it, I thought, oh my god, the colours in that look amazing. It looks to me more like the Vice palette that I used to own. I've spoke about when I done my 2010 does 2020 versus makeup. I'll put it up here. The Vice palette that I used to own that I adored. The colours were very like, and that's a colour story that I can get on with. That is a colour story I like. There's blues, there's greens, there's purples, there's oranges, there's neutrals. That is a colour story that is right up my street. But I've seen a few shitty reviews of it, or a few like not wonderful reviews of it. Everybody was a bit like, meh, not really bothered. And the thing is, I think here in the UK, I certainly feel anyway, I see people like Teresa's Dead and Audra at Home, these kind of smaller, they're fucking 10 times bigger than me, but smaller YouTubers talking about really indie brands in America. And I really struggle to find that here in the UK, like indie brands that will ship here to the UK, and I don't see any that are based in the UK. And if I'm wrong, please link some below for me, because I would love to fucking hear about them. So I'd seen one that was like the Alter Ego, that was the brand, and the palette was beautiful. It was like greens, gold, like, oh, it had me dribbling. I was like, this is exactly the kind of palette I want. So I went on and I thought, do you know what, that's something I would actually look into paying the taxes on just to get it from America. But they didn't ship internationally, so I couldn't pick it up, and I was really disappointed. So I bought this as a bit of a kind of second prize. But this was on offer as well. This is why I picked it up, because at the time when it launched, as I say, I thought, that looks like my kind of palette. I love Urban Decay. I don't think I will ever say I don't love Urban Decay unless they do something très scandalous. But I think their shadows are brilliant. It's from a time when I was, you know, 15, 16, 17, just starting to like get into more designer brands, if you want to say, like high-end market. So for me, they're very nostalgic. I really liked them. When I first started watching YouTube, they were everywhere, and they were really the biggest kind of alternative type of brand. Ones that were doing mad colours, not boring, doing things that nobody else had done. And for that reason, I have this little place in my heart for Urban Decay, and that was even before the Naked palette came out. So when I seen Born to Run, I thought, I haven't bought an Urban Decay palette for a long time. I could get on with this. This is my, oh, that is amazing. So I think after this, I'm going to do a little get ready with me with this palette, and we'll see how we get on with it. But I picked this up purely because of nostalgia reasons, because I did want to pick it up at the time, but just kind of didn't have any push to do it. And when I saw it was half price or a third off or whatever, I was like, yeah, taking that, taking that. So that is the other thing that I purchased. And that is everything that I've purchased in July. God, this ended up much longer than I intended, and I'm sorry for that. Not really, but you know it's a long video from me. Settle in, get your cup of tea, start. And now it's more than likely I'm going to go make myself another coffee, maybe a decaf this time, and do a get ready with me with that palette. A little chatty get ready with me. So if that seems like your kind of thing, subscribe, get into it, do what you want. You don't have to, don't feel you need to. But if you would like to see that video in the future, give me a little thumbs up, give me a little comment, subscribe below, and that will be coming soon. Otherwise, have a good day, hope you guys are all well, and please let me know what you've been picking up recently. Please let me know if you know anything about all the products that I've picked up. Let me know if you think it's a lot of shite. Have I just wasted a heck of a lot of money there? But don't judge me for spending my money. It's mine to spend. Hope you understand that, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!